said, I told them the footage, man. I ain't I caught your guard with that one, didn't I? Why you, man? It's all good.
Hold up.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Go
back 1,000 on this one.
Remember the movie The Hill Had Eyes, bro? That's where the school was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where school. Yeah, it was in there, man. They were studying chemistry and biology on the Hill Have Eyes.
You know, we play this song, man. We got a queen in the building, but we got a queen and a king in the building, man. So I think it's
1 king, 3 kings.
I'm sorry, we got 3 kings in the same
Well, hold on. We know we trying to show you honor because you with your queen.
Yeah,
we know we king.
I appreciate that, though. Yes,
Hey,
sir.
good looking, bro. But it's about you and your queen, bro.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Royalty. That's royalty, man. They got 3 kings and 1 queen. I like that, man.
So we gotta say it like this then. We got kings and the queen in the building. We got kings and the queen in the building. We got kings and the queen in the building. That's royalty. That's royalty. We got kings and the queen in the building. We got kings and the queen in the building. We got kings and the queen in the building. That's royalty. That's royalty. I look away, make me want to frown, but I'm a king, I wear a big crown. I'm royalty and I know it. Sometimes I go through life and I blow it.
You do?
I ran out of words. It sounds absurd. I might be a nerd. On my laptop computer, I don't know, call me an Uber.
Call him an Uber. But Willie don't call him a shooter, but on 2K, not in real life though. He sucks. But he is sleeping off though. Yo, I'ma go in. I'ma go ahead and tell you and your friends. But kings and queen in the building. Hey, kings and queen in the building.
Yes, kings and queen in the building. Kings and a queen in the building. Yes, kings and queen in the building. It's royalty. It's royalty.
Hey, kings and queen in the building. Hey, kings and queen in the building. Hey, kings and queen in the building.
I know what Rick's gonna say. About the street with your arrow. Like at the street with the arrow. Down the street with your arrow. On the mailman. On the mailman.
Down the street with the arrow. Oh, down the street, down the arrow. Hey, down the street with the arrow. Oh, all right. To the left. Come on. To the right. To the right. Come on. They look like this, man.
That's the first time you ever on DCB, bro.
Only 3 steps.
That's it,
Hey, you want to hit that like button? Hit that subscribe button, notification bells. You know we on, man.
Hey, man. I hope y'all have been enjoying the wow, bro, you got me off the word. I hope y'all been enjoying the part 3, 2, 1, and 4 with Queen KC in the building. Hopefully, she's been giving y'all knowledge about getting ready to purchase a home and I almost said purchase of the Realtor, bro, but in the Realtor, bro. Ball, side pocket. No, I missed.
Hey, real quick, can you show me that picture right there, real quick, man? This is before we get back into the life aspect. So this, my picture right here, you know what I'm saying? That picture is taken, but that picture is the real, actual picture I took, right? And like, it's just crazy how Rich is reminiscing and stuff. Like, Real was thinking, so Rich, I got your back, man. Like, your boy Dave, aka B-Lights, got your back, man. Now relive that special night when you and your queen, man, with your pink shirt, Rich. I'm just saying, she's fucking fine, man. Yo, Rich pink shirt. And a pink shirt, Rich. You was fine.
Rich, you was fine. Snowball, side pocket. They made it. Side pocket. You put it in the side pocket? Yo! And he buried it. Washed it up.
Oh, man.
Washed it up. Oh man, I knew you had that pink shirt.
I had it, man. I was banging the pink shirt. I was banging that shirt for you, Rich. I was seeing after he started that shirt gonna be on Rich. He gonna wear that shirt.
You'll never see me.
So man, we got a kid Rich in the building, man. Not Serena and Venus dad. I mean, let me clarify this. King Rich here.
I have one daughter.
Yeah, he got one daughter. But Rich, man, it's good to have you back on the Corner Pocket, man. Thank you once again for not allowing but supporting your wife coming on the Corner Pocket and doing the interview, and you sitting right there supporting her dreams and her goals, and that shows a unified front, bro. And sometimes you have people, even in relationships, you're in a relationship, but you're in there by yourself. You know, just because they look like you're married don't mean that they're unified. And so this is what y'all seeing on display. This is real on and off camera. And I appreciate you guys coming on DCP. So we don't take your time for granted. But I want to dive in and get into some juicy stuff. You know, South Urbana Academy, South Urban, Urbana.
It was South High School,
Okay.
and they rebuilt the school, and they renamed it. I
Yeah.
had already graduated and got away from South at that time. So when they renamed it, they gave it a different name, and it was
It's still in the hood.
it's still in the neighborhood.
Thank you, Rich. It's still in the neighborhood. Thank you.
It's not, it's still in the neighborhood.
It's still in the neighborhood.
Off Parsons Avenue, 1160 Ann Street.
Hold on, Rich. I got
Pink shirt out.
Hold on, Rich. I got to stop you for 1 second though, because she talked about the forensic science about fraud and embezzling and stuff like that. You did not get this from your camera, bro. You got this from Tyson. You used Tyson's camera, bro.
Bro, Tyson is the background warrior, man. Why are you worried about that right now, man? Get on track. Get on
I
track.
think that around barcode. But South Bulldogs, correct?
Yeah.
City schools. Did y'all play the Ridge?
Yeah.
You played the
We
Rich.
played all of school.
Oh, so are they like rivals?
Yeah.
So how did you start dating your rival, bro?
Well, I was out. I was on. Let's see here. I didn't care about the rivalry.
That's what's up, man.
I didn't talk to her and say, hey, what school did you go to?
Right.
No. Did it matter what school she went to? No. I had two cousins that went there, as a matter of fact, but that had nothing to do with me trying to win and going over.
So y'all met in high school?
No.
Where's y'all meet?
He don't be listening, do he, man? He just
Coming home festival.
Oh.
They got festival down coming home. I love going to that, man.
What's the coming home festival, bro?
Oh, man.
It was an event they had. It was like a festival. They had vendors out there. There was a lot of historic stuff out there, and it was like a celebration, but it was on Mount Vernon.
Oh,
They had it every year.
good, bro.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
It was so cool. Like, it really wasn't that much violence either. Yeah, I didn't remember about that.
Would they have like food trucks and stuff like that?
A lot of black people and people in general get together and just having a good time, man.
The whole block.
So we consider like a block party type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A legal block.
Legal, yeah.
Legal.
See, that's our twin right there. Here you go. You trying to bring it out of me, Rich? I'm not gonna let you do it. Behave. So you guys met like, were you like 20, 21, 22?
I would say 19-ish.
So that means Casey had a child at the time. See, you see where I'm going with that. Okay. How was that like starting out knowing she had a child that young? Why did you still pursue that? Because some guys, well, let's just be honest, most guys might run from that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it was about me getting to know her. The fact that the kids came in, well, if I try to get to know her, the kids come as a package.
Right.
And I wasn't trying to get in to play with the kids to get like the kids or her to like me. I was getting with her, and the kids were there. So for me to come in, yes, it was different, but it really wasn't different. Because as I got to know her, I really got to know the kids.
Right.
So as I got to know the kids, we grew together, and we grew together as one. Now, even though they had the father, their biological father, I came in as a stepfather and removed step and became the father. But I came in and stayed with them. And we went through the ins and outs, rounds and bouts, but that's how it happened.
But
That's the part about it.
he was gonna run it first.
Oh, so you were Forrest Gumping? You was Forrest
I
Gumping?
said the ins and outs.
Initially, when he found out I had 2 kids, and I found out that he was a little bit younger than me, we were both kind of like, we don't know if we want to do this, right?
But also in that, I had a mother telling me that you don't want to get into a relationship with someone who has kids. You want to have your own kids. But my mother also had a boyfriend who had other kids that she was supporting, so I had to remind her of that. And then I had my other friends telling me not to leave this one because of the fact that she had kids. So I had my times of wanting to scapegoat to get out, but I got involved and I fell in love with this lady here, and I stayed. I wasn't perfect, but I stayed in there, and it involved in something a lot greater. So if you're feeling about running and not talking to women who have kids, you're wrong.
But Rich, the key thing, you 19, bro. Most 19-year-olds don't have that mindset or that maturity yet. They're still trying to kick it, college, frat parties, all that. You were like, yo, okay, I'm interested in knowing her. Looking beyond the kid factor, you wanted to get to know her and knew the kids were a factor at 19, bro.
But also,
what gave you that mindset, though?
Because at 19, no, you don't. The normal 19 is not thinking about that.
No.
As I got involved with her, what was her mindset of a man? For me to be with her, where was my level of respect for her and my manhood to come up? So, as in doing that, a lot of what she was showing me, teaching me, and what we were going through, she grew me up. I would say.
Hold on, Rich, go back to that again, corner pocket moment. Go back to that. What did you say, bro?
She grew me up. She showed me, as in, if I wanted to be with her, my boyhood had to become the manhood. And I had to grow with her to understand that. But I was with her, but 19-year-old mindset wasn't going to get to stay with her. If you understand what I'm saying.
We need a church fan in here.
You know, most people, like, they kind of, look down at that. Like, oh, you don't need this. But no, man, it's like, because you can't tell a person, you know what I'm saying, what their mind is saying. You can tell me all day, oh, blah, 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 blah. But if I'm in love with
You sound like R. Kelly, bro. My body, my mind is
I did not reference no R. Kelly song. No.
I thought you
sometimes that's Key. Like, see, I question myself sometimes. Like, I don't understand Key's way of thinking sometimes. And, like for him, because he's cool with him thinking weird, weirdo. But not me, man. Like,
I thought you started with R. Kelly out, bro.
I applaud you on that, man, because especially on a young man like me, I was 19. I was young, dumb, and stupid. I ain't gonna say the other meaning, there never go with that, but yeah, I was pretty stupid, man. But nah, man, that's smooth, man. I applaud you also because you seen something rich, you seen a man that rich. You brought that man out. You know what I'm saying? The little boy, yeah, he's still back there, whatnot, but you brought that man out to the man that he is today, man. Good God, right here.
It's still growing today.
It's still growing today.
Still coming out of me that I didn't think I had.
Yeah. See?
If you're gonna ride with a queen, you gotta get your status to be a ride with the queen.
Can you expound on that, bro?
You got to be more responsible and accountable for what you're doing, and you grow with your queen. But like I said, she had kids, so you had to bring the kids in as well and grow with all of them and making a family, even though it wasn't even we didn't have the rings yet, but it was going into that. So to grow with them, and as you said, to get the kids to like you or whatever, but you got to grow with your kids as well. So it becomes a whole dynamic, but you got to stay and hang in there. And I think that's why our marriage is so, it means so much to keep that going because of where we started from to where we are now.
Yeah, cry.
No,
No, I'm not gonna cry.
he's going to
But-
quote starting from the
but
bottom down
it's
to
what
here.
it is.
That way you going to quote.
Yeah.
So how long y'all been married, Rick?
We've been married 22 years.
Yo, man. So I'm gonna ask the Queen. Seeing that he stepped into the play like that, how did that make you feel? Like a young man at 19, you already have 2 kids, so your maturity level is already at a different level. And then this guy comes in, he's like, "Yo, I ain't going nowhere." He did try to pull the Forrest Gump, but he wanted him staying J&A. So how did that make you feel, like him stepping up to be that man?
So for me, it was like, I'll be honest, when I first met him, it was kind of like whatever. Because, you know, even having 2 kids, you date, right?
Yeah.
And so the dating life was just not happening for me. And when he came along, he came at the time where I was saying I was done with dating for a while. So I really wasn't quite sure where it was gonna go, if it was gonna go anywhere. But again, just like I explained to you before, it's one day at a time, and you build, and you see where things are gonna go. And he just, you know, he hung around. You know, we were on the phone almost every day, just talking, getting to know each other, talking about what, you know, our goals and aspirations were in life, and where we wanted to be, what we wanted to do, things of that nature. And he just kind of, you know, stood out. And then when it came time for him to meet, you know, my older boys, it was just at a time literally where we all just had fun. We had a water gun fight out in our parking lot. So it was kind of like seeing him kind of rise to the top, if you will, and he was just there.
Yeah, I love that. Like, you know, 24 years, bro. It's a long time. Some people only last 24 minutes, 24 years.
Yeah.
But I got a really important question to ask. So, 24 years, man. What advice would y'all give to newlyweds starting out on this marriage journey? Because if you look in society now, it's like you got to sign that prenup, or you look the wrong way, I'm done. You say the wrong thing, I'm out of here. Like, what advice would y'all give to newlyweds starting out on this journey called marriage?
Well, date, find out, fill them out, go along the journey. You're gonna know if that's the one for you or if it's not.
Did you say fill them up or out?
Fill them out, fill them out.
Okay, just wanna
And
make sure.
you got
Wherever. He caught me up guard earlier, so I
No,
had
you can look like softball ball. He said.
No, earlier he caught me up guard, man.
Boy, I tell you
He
what.
checked me on camera, so I didn't get back, bro. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, if you feel that's the one for you, put everything on the table up front of how you are, what you're expecting, and what your, you know, your dreams, your goals is, and then y'all compare or whatever, y'all try to work that to make it work. And don't quit when you get in a hard time, because you're gonna have the ups and downs. But watch out for your decision making of putting yourself in a bad situation. And if you do that, the queen, once you stay in there, there's things that goes with the queen that you don't know about, that she can't pull out of it until she trusts you and has the actual trust and I don't know how to say it, but security, trust, and all that in you to make that a much better relationship. It's not about us; it's about them. And once you stay with her, when she starts to bring out the gifts of her into the family, then that makes you stay in and make things better. But don't quit because there's little flaws in between, because if there's no flaw and there's nothing wrong, that means something's wrong with the relationship. But you stay and you hang in there all the bumps and bruises, the bullet holes, stab wounds, cigarette burns, carpet burns, all that stuff. You hang in there.
Hold on, I need to call 911, bro. You get burned with the cigarette lighter?
Yeah, so they go too far with that. I'm just saying, hang in there and keep going.
All right,
Physical abuse going on? What do we not know? She seems so sweet, bro. What you mean?
No, she's never, no worrying about me here.
You said bullet wounds and all that?
I'm just talking about the bumps and cuts and bruises that you go through in a relationship.
But one thing I do like you said, Rich, you said I was a stepdad and then you became a dad. I like that because my wife, correctly, she was all the time, I don't say no more, but like when we got married, my son was young, you big stepdad. No, it's bonus dad. Like, oh, you're right, man. But it is a bonus. You know what I mean? And like, I respect you for that, man. I respect you for that also, for allowing him to show, your older boys, man, even though their dad is showing them things also. But then you got a bonus to show them things, full time, 24/7. So that's a blessing, man.
You said that, brother, without no trust, there's no us. Which is in the middle of the word trust, and you remove the T, you at rest. So a lot of y'all rusty because you ain't trusty. All right, leave that alone, bro. Leave that alone. Kennisha, can you expound on that question? What advice would you give newlyweds?
So, one thing that just in our journey that I realized, and even watching other people's journeys, is that we as individuals, we're always evolving.
I like that.
We're never the same as we were 5 years ago, a year ago. We're still even discovering ourselves. So as newlyweds, it's important to understand that you're together, but you're still evolving individually. And that evolution, because you have committed yourselves to one another, that evolution should occur with open communication between you and your spouse, and just talking about what is changing within you so that your spouse can then, migrate to that. And as you're changing, or as your spouse is changing, you can migrate to that as well. And as long as you understand that evolution is constantly occurring, and because we have committed ourselves to each other, we're going to stick this out and figure out how to evolve together, then that, I think, is the beauty of marriage. Okay? Yes, you're going to have some disagreements, you're going to have some bumps in the road. No marriage is perfect. I don't care what anybody says. There's something about him that you're not going to like, and there's something about you that he's not going to like. But it's about sticking it out, communicating with each other, and figuring out how to get over that bump in the road and still be together as one unit.
Man, D, that sounds real good, man. But, we were talking to you guys, and we know y'all came from service today, and we want to talk a little bit about God, and why is God so important in you guys' life. I'll start with you, Rich, because you do Thursday, so you know I got to start with you, theologian. What is faith to you in your life? Why is that important to have that? And why do you have that?
Well, it started when I was growing up. We used to go to church all the time and all that stuff. So it started there. Didn't understand how to follow the Bible when I was a kid. Didn't know how to find the scriptures and all that stuff. So we grew into that. Then I knew that once you started doing it, there is a higher source of power. And one time first time I ever paid an offering, it was $1 that I did not want to give. I wanted that $1 to go to the store.
You want Debbie Cakes, girl? 4 Debbie Cakes?
What you saying, Rich? Come on,
It used to be a quarter, man.
I spent 50 cents on candy and had 50 cents for me. Put 50 cents in the thing and I got the $1 from my aunt. I paid that money and I didn't know what was going to happen. I was broke. So that Tuesday, Wednesday, when I paid that money, some money came into me that I didn't expect. And I was a kid at the time, so $5 to me is a lot. So at that time,
a lot right now.
money came from some unrecognized source, And I then knew that when you pay I didn't know about tithes, but I know when you give to God, He sends blessings to you. And I learned that in children's ministry, whatever.
Right.
So I knew about God, and we did things with God. I became an usher, went to church, and
Oh,
started
Lord.
growing. And
You
I
should
started
have told us that, bro.
go through, your school and age and all that stuff, and you get away from it for a while, but you know He's there.
Gotcha.
So as you get older, and you go back to church, as in when I met my wife, well, at the time I was met Kennisha, so she didn't have the title wife yet, but it was one of those, let's go back to church. And once we started doing that, we started paying tithes. Now, I wasn't always a tithe payer. It was my wife had said, we need to start paying tithes. Didn't want to, but I knew I had to because she said she wanted to, so I had to get into that flow of doing it. And she's the banker. Remember, she's the banker. So,
forensic accountant, bro.
Right, she's the banker. So, as we started paying tithes, there was things that was happening miraculously with our lives, our kids, and our life where we didn't know where the source of whatever was coming from. And we stayed in church. Or we started praying, and we started seeing more manifestos, and we kept giving, and we kept doing this. So it's once you're in it, you're in it. Now we're stuck in it. Not stuck. We're glad to be in it, but that's how I see it, and that's why we still stay in it now.
What about you, Quay Day?
So I agree with the fact of having God as the head of your life.
Corner moment.
He is so instrumental in just even in the way, I'll speak for myself, even in the way that I think, okay? It's important to understand that God will direct your steps. He'll order your steps. He'll help you when you need help. All you have to do is go to Him. He will give you the information that you need in order to proceed to whatever path in life that He would have for you to go. So when it comes to married couples, I wholeheartedly agree and believe that God should be first and foremost before your marriage, even before your marriage. Because if God is speaking to you and God is speaking to him, I'll speak about us. If God is speaking to me and God is speaking to him, He's not going to tell us two different things.
Right.
All right? He's going to tell us the same thing, but it's a matter of us coming together. And if we are getting different things, then we need to go back in prayer and figure out, okay, what exactly is God telling us? Because He's not a God of confusion. Okay? So if there's confusion, then you need to take a pause
We know
and
who's the
go
author
back.
of confusion.
Exactly. And you need to go back into your prayer closet, seek God's wisdom and His guidance, and He'll give it to you. Because when you come together, the only thing that is supposed to happen is agreement. Okay? So if there's not agreement, then there's something there that's amiss, and you shouldn't move forward until you are both in agreement. That's something that is not necessarily easily learned, but as you keep putting it into practice and you keep doing it, you keep placing God first and foremost and seeking His wisdom, He'll help you with whatever it is that's going on in your marriage and your relationships that trickle down from there.
Bro, it took me back. Remember the movie Waterboy? That's why he couldn't marry Vicky Valancourt. The mom said she was the devil, remember? She just said that, man. It was... I'm just teasing. Y'all gonna get the biblical truth for humor out. Y'all remember that? She's like, she's the devil. No, I'm just teasing. No, but I love that because, like, you guys, when you're married, or even as parents, like, we're the foundational blueprint for our children. And I remember my mom, shout out Mom, glad you're doing better. She had us in church like 6-7 times a week, bro. I said, yo, if I gotta do this for God, like, I'm good. Like, that's a little much. Sunday school, 3 services. Got Tuesday Bible study, Thursday deacon board meeting, Saturday children's choir rehearsal. I'm like, I'm never doing that to my kids. They're gonna know about God, but that was a little bit too much. And I'm like, yo, crazy. But she trained me up in the way I should go, so when I got older, I had to depart from it. So it's embedded in me. It's my foundation. Like, this podcast is built off of God. Thursday is built off of God. So I love the fact that you said God should be number one in your life with everything that you do. And We're about to have a classic DCP moment. I sent you a text, D. Watch this. This has never happened before. Yeah, can you kill the music?
What's going on?
Hey, we never had that moment before where I was like, this is the longer episode.
Oh, well, we're on like 30 minutes in.
Yeah, this, you know, we need to laugh for long.
Yeah, but I'm about to obligation I got.
Oh, yeah.
I'll text you.
Oh.
I already my wife from work. It gets a little longer, but I got my wife from work.
All right, so one thing we don't leave a positive quote.
Pray over everything and walk it out.
Walk it out.
AC?
One of my favorite quotes is keep moving forward.
And then what going is? Now it's playing.
Hey, man. You know, at the end of the show, we go DCP, the corner partner, don't be the 8 ball. We shoot 5 balls in the shots. Alright, so, man. Only right. It's only right. Hey, got that together.
I'm not holding it.
I'll hold the shirt.
Put that on there. Put that on there.
Alright, so you hold the shirt. There you go. Alright, man. So you be on
Oh my God.
Alright, y'all. Alright, ready? 1, 2, ready, go. DCP, the corner pocket. I don't be ready for boo, 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 boo.
Hey, Rich, can you bury the shirt again for me, man? We out.